And on the same note, what are the challenges that you face while scaling up?
Well, the first challenge is that you've never done before. Nobody who has scaled has scaled before,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
It's a first.
Yes.
So you've scaled to this point, 1,000 meters. Now you're going from 1,000 to 2,000. You're going from 1 million to 10 million. So scale itself is defined, and it's comparative. Where you are and where you're going next, those are factors that play a part. The challenges are, you need to plan, and everybody in an organization typically plans. Teams plan. What comes through the door is not a known entity,
Right.
isn't it? That's what scale brings. Scale brings, if you're in a consumer scenario, scale brings new consumer behaviors, presents that. Scale presents a challenge to your platform that hasn't been tested in real time quite in that way. Of course, you do all sorts of tests on it. You test the rigor, but scale does that. Scale challenges your ability and the ability of all your delivery partners, your logistic partners, your payment gateways to also be as flexible and nimble as your targets are, and as ambitious in delivering to them. Those challenges also are presented. Scale creates a degree of discomfort within an organization and its culture, because the culture needs to evolve,
Right.
which is not essentially the most natural thing for organizations to do.
Right.
That takes some effort. New people come in, they have their influence on the culture evolves. Older players cannot always accept a new presence or a different kind of presence,
Yes.
right? Young Turks come in, they operate differently. So that's required. Scale requires that you have processes in place. You cannot function, on the whim of human response and engagement. That the human will intervene, and depending on how good that human is in intervention, you will get the end result accordingly. It cannot. It has to be process-centric. It needs to be. Of course, always coupled with human intervention and review and all of that. Scale requires you have processes with tools, because how will processes, be mapped and measured? How are you going to follow processes? You need tools to do that.
Right.
Now, so you go from being very people-centric, very hands-on, everybody on the job, everybody cross-fit, everybody ready to do everything. And then you need to now use tools, which is not again the most natural thing.
Right.
Isn't it? Because it's just like, Michael, why do I have to fill this form?
Yes.
Everybody hates forms.
Yes.
And there are very few tools available, unfortunately, that don't require you to fill data.
Right.
The data needs to be entered.
Right.
So those challenges present themselves. Scale brings great opportunity, and all great opportunities come with great challenges.
Yes. They
You know,
do.
that's how it is.
Yes.
That's just how it is. It's the reality of life,
Yes, it is.
isn't it?
Yes.
So if you're in business because you see an opportunity. You're in business because you see something that's not been done before, isn't it? And then you want to grow it. Then you want to grow it more because you want more people to be engaged with it. You want to collaborate with more people. You want to deliver to more people. You want to have value generated. You also want to have worth, which is you want the absolute dollar and rupee number as well. You want to be profitable. And to do all of that, you scale. And you start the floodgates open. And, everybody tries to do their best with it. And I don't know how anybody can predict how an organization is going to respond to that scale.
Right.
You can prepare,
Right.
and you can do predictive analysis.
Right.
You can do all of that. But how is it going to work out actually? How is it going to reveal itself? Time reveals.